So in this problem, we need to determine the equation of a circle which touches both the coordinate axis and has its center located on the line which is given by this equation Lx plus my plus n equals to 0. So let us first try to understand the problem geometrically. We first begin by considering the Cartesian plane where we have our x-axis as well as the y-axis. We will begin by sketching a circle which touches both the y-axis as well as the x-axis. The circle touches the x-axis, let's say at point A, and it touches the y-axis, let's say at point B. Then we can define the center of the circle. Let's say the center of the circle is denoted by C. Now we will assume that the radius of the circle is A. So let's suppose that. Then we can define the radius as, if we consider the center A and we drop a perpendicular to the x-axis, then this is going to be the radius r, which has a value of a, which we have assumed. Similarly, we can drop a perpendicular from C to point B. This is also going to represent the radius of the circle, and it also has a length of a. So this is a criteria that is fulfilled whenever a circle touches the two axes. It's going to have an x coordinate and the same value of the y coordinate. This gives us the value of the coordinate of the center. So that's going to be the x coordinate comma the y coordinate, both having a value of a. Now that we have the center, now we'll go to the next condition. It's given here that there is another line which passes through the center. So let us suppose that the line, so this is an arbitrary line, Lx plus my plus n equals to 0. That's the equation of this line. This line is such that the center of the circle lies on the line, or in other words, the line passes through the center of the circle. Now we need to find out the equation of the circle in terms of the parameters given by L, M and N. So let us begin. Now in order to find out the equation of a circle, we will use the standard form. So let's specify the standard form of a circle. Suppose we have a circle whose center has the coordinate h, k and a radius of r unit. Then the standard form of the circle is given by this particular equation, which is x minus h whole squared plus y minus k whole squared equals to the square of the radius. Now that means for our circle whose radius is a and the center is given by a comma a. So let's specify the center. Our center is a comma a, and we know that this is the coordinate which is of the center, which is h comma k, and this is going to help us find out the value of h. So h comes out to be a and k has a value of a as well, and we know the radius. So we have already found that the radius is a. We have assumed that it is a. So our equation is going to be x minus a whole squared plus y minus a whole squared equals to a squared. Now this is the standard form of the circle in terms of the radius a. Now what we'll do, we'll expand it. So this is going to give us x squared minus 2ax plus a squared plus y squared minus 2ay plus a squared equals to a squared. The a squared get cancelled out from the left hand side and the right hand side, and we're left with x squared plus y squared plus a squared minus 2ax minus 2ay. That's equals to 0. We're going to label this as equation number 1. Now we have already mentioned here that this line passes through the center. The line, so let's write it down. The line Lx plus my plus n equals to 0 passes through the center C, which is the coordinate a comma a. So this means that a comma a, this coordinate point is going to satisfy the equation of the line. So we can replace the value of x with a as well as the value of y with a. So we're going to get L times a plus m times a plus n equals to 0. Now what we can do, we can use this particular equation and isolate a. So a value is then going to be equals to negative n divided by m plus l. Now we have defined a radius in terms of the parameters m, n and l. So let's label this as number 2. Now that we have the value of a, we're going to replace this into equation number 1. The equation number 1, which is the equation of the circle, so that will now become x squared plus y squared plus a squared. The a squared will become n squared over m plus l whole squared. Then we have negative 2a times x. So this will become plus 2n over m plus l multiplied to x plus 2 n over m plus l multiplied to y. So that will be equals to 0. We'll multiply throughout with m plus l whole squared, and this is going to give us m plus l whole squared times x squared plus m plus l whole squared times y squared plus n squared plus 2n multiplied to m plus l times x plus 2n times m plus l times y equals to 0. So this is going to be the equation of the circle in terms of the parameters m, l and n. It's meeting the criteria that the circle touches both the coordinate axis and the center lies on the line lx plus my plus n equals to 0.